Hello everyone, it's Roxys. The current Funk 1 on the Wraith EU. I have been releasing two videos lately, two guides, one about Liberator and one about the fact that I'm using Endurance. And one question that came along often is about my UI. So I thought that I could share my UI here and also share a bit more about my graphic setting and target settings, which were two other things that was coming up a couple of times in the comments. So to start with, I'm just gonna show you the UI. So basically, what I was trying to get there is kind of a clean UI, with the focus on my spell, obviously, with my HP bar here. I like to have the map down here rather than on the top right, so my focus is still here, my eyes don't have to go up right or up left or whatever, I focus on the action as much as I can. That's why as well I actually just move this buff bar on the left, so again I have everything, all my focus is on here. Meanwhile stuff like my currency, like the swap, weapon swap, this stellarite and thing like that, I just put them rather down because I don't really care about it. I have here the astral vision. I use it every time I'm playing in PvP. However, I don't really use it to target people. I just use it so I have people pop on my screen, they're gonna be numbers 1, 2, 3, so I can more easily see where people are. And since it's priority on the feud list, basically it's gonna kind of target my feuds, and I will be more able to track them in on the battleground more easily. Then I have the group here, and normally let's do an HUD. And as you can see here, I have as well the enemy HP bar on the right of my character next to my stamina. So again, it's just quickly allow me to see who I am targeting exactly. And then in the middle of the screen, I have just the killing feed here, plus my own killing feed. And yeah, usually I just hide the quest. Amitor is on top left because I don't really care about what Amitor say, to be honest. I kept the NPC name not too far, the NPC dialogue, because when I do the minion, for example, these are some information that are good to know. But yeah, that's more or less my idea is to have really the focus. As you can see here, my character is in the middle, and I have kind of a U shape around my character to be so I don't have to basically take a look at the map here or at HP bar, I think by default they are on top left. Yeah, cool. So that's it for the UI. I will put a download link in the description. And yeah, we'll export it here. Roxys. Voila, and I will show you that. And now for the target setting first, I will show you what I'm using. This is kind of new for me because I'm trying something kind of new here. So as you can see, for the top selection targets, I have everything except monster. So basically I have attacking players, hostile guild, feud players, hostile players, and elite and boss monsters. This one I activate or deactivate depending if I'm doing PvE or PvP. In PvE I activate it so I can target mobs with just tab. In PvP I just disable it because I don't want to suddenly tap through a mob when I'm playing PvP. It doesn't make sense. And for the auto target, this is where it's a bit new. I used to use this thing here, the auto target nearest enemy when attacking with other targets, with a kind of similar option to here. However, what I'm trying right now is this option here. So it's the auto target with mouse over when attacking with other targets. So the good part of this thing is you don't have to click on the target to select the target. If you don't have a target, you just have to put your mouse over a target, press an ability, and it is gonna target this target, like the closest to your mouth. And the reason I'm using that right now is maybe you have the same issue as me, but it's can be very tricky to target one specific target when you have like a little clump of people. So what I'm doing when I want to, for example, like throw like a big fireball or like a instant freeze AoE in a little clump that is like, let's say, like in the back lane, I press X, so X kind of deselect my actual target, and then I just put my mouth over the little clump and press an ability like fireball or the icebound thumb, and usually like it's gonna just target one of the enemy inside this little clump, and it's actually like what I want, because it can be very tricky to click on enemy in a clump for some reason, like yeah, it just doesn't select as easily as we would like. So that's what I'm trying right now, and I found it quite working very well actually. So that's my target setting. And I will show you quickly as well my character name, like what I show for character name. So I'm using by default, I think it's on simplify all. So I'm using user settings, and I want the hostile guild character to be on with the guild mark and the health, so I can see like health bar of my enemies, so I can easily see the amount of enemies, if there is like a low target as well, of this kind of stuff. Also, like it's a bit easier if you want to click a specific target, you can try to click on the health bar, it works. And I don't use the names because when there is a names, it starts to be harder to select people, because you have like the nameplates are so big that you have like plenty of big nameplates when you have like a big Zerg, and I find it a bit more difficult to understand what is happening. So the health is enough for me. And for the friendly characters, since I'm not a healer, I don't really care to see like the health or name of my allies, so I just show the guild mark, and that's about it for me. And then on the side I will have like some, for example, like my group, everyone is as a friend. I have some interest target. If we go in a relationship and interest, I have like the people that are like usually like leading the derg in my guild. Yeah, that's so they're gonna kind of pop with the nameplate and HP bar during the fights, when all the rest of the alliance gonna be just the little lozenge on top of the head. And I find it like much more clear this way to fight. And then for the misc character, which are like the character like that are not hostile to your guild, I just have the same settings as friendly characters. Alright, now to finish up, it's gonna be my graphics settings. So just so you know, I'm running 7800 X3D from Ryzen. It's the Ryzen 7. And I'm running 4070 Super NVIDIA. So since my monitor is on 144 FPS max, I have like this frame rate limit here. I'm using the DLSS to quality just because I like my game to be a bit more crisp. I don't like the fact that it's become very like blurry when you use ultra performance. The DLSS frame generation obviously is on. That's why the 40 series from NVIDIA is really great. It's kind of interpolate some frames. So like let's say you have like 60 FPS, it's gonna be like 120 FPS because it's gonna add one frame in between each frame. It's not the frame that is being rendered, it's like a fictive frame. So it's kind of very cheap, and it's gonna make your game much more smooth. I mean, when I say it's very cheap for your graphic card, But obviously like it's not cheap because you need a 40 series, which are still a bit expensive. And then for my game settings, I'm pretty much running everything on high except for shading my quality on medium. Could be on low as well. Shadow distance on medium. I know some guides advise to be on a low. The reason I'm running medium is I really hate the fact that when you are inside like a dungeon or like an open world dungeon and stuff like that, when you are on low, everything looks so bright and it really like breaks the vibe, in my opinion. So yeah, I went for medium. At least it kind of create like keep this vibe of being inside like a cave or a dungeon or stuff like that. Texture quality on high, and lately I don't know if it was fixed. I think it was fixed, but yeah, it had to be on high or epic lately, so you have enough people on your screen. It was kind of interacting weirdly with the character counts, and both needed to be on high or epic. Otherwise, like you would have people just being clipped, and they would just pop last second, like once they were like nearly you or stuff like that. It was very like difficult to play PvP because of that. And one of the fix was actually, I know it doesn't make sense, but to get texture quality to high or epic. Anyway, I was already running high because my computer allowed me to do so. But one more thing is like it was resetting every time you reset your game. I mean, like restart your game, it will go back to low. So if you still have like some issue with seeing people around you, maybe it's worth to go back to low and then to high again, just to make sure that you are on high. And then I think this is one of the most expensive thing in the game is like the vegetation quality. I'm on low. I wish, I mean, I could go like higher, but honestly, I just want a bit more FPS when I'm playing PvP, so I'm just playing on low. And for the advanced settings, I have the motion blur. It's just a preference. I know like a lot of people hate having motion blur in video games. I do usually, but for some reason I like it in Frontal Liberty. Like when I rotate my camera, I don't know, it just feels smoother this way in terms of what is happening. And I think this is due to the fact that I'm using the frame generation. So when I'm moving fast, because of the frame generation, if I don't have the motion blur, I can just show you quickly maybe. It just feels like it's missing some frame. Yeah, like, I don't know, I just feel like there is something weird. The fact that there is like this little motion blur just make it smoother for me. And then yeah, that's for the rest of the settings. So terrain quality, volume cloud and volumetric fog on low, shader preloading on epic, and I don't use the optimized large scale combat because I just don't want the game to do like some weird magic when there is large scale combat. I just want it to be my settings. I don't want any optimization. I think that's cover pretty much everything. Hopefully, like it's a bit more. It's gonna be a bit helpful for you. Maybe last thing will be that's very good for performance is in here, like in attack, gameplay character in the attack section. Select target to show skill effect. I'm on party member animation only, so I just show the animation from my party. I use that because it just makes the fight much more clear. If there is like a spell targeted at me anyway, the game gonna show it, so it's all fine. But seeing like a billion flash waves and stuff like that is just, I feel like you don't see anymore the fight, what is happening. So I'm happy to play like this way, and performance wise it's even better, so yeah. Cool. I hope, yeah, that it was helpful, and if you have any question, just go ask your question in comments. And again, like I will put like a download link of my UI in the comments. Thank you.